Today is August 18th, and the Yankees just ended a 4-game set versus the Cleveland Indians. They lost the first game. They won the middle two. They lost the last. We had some fireworks, Jake. Some ejections, some good baseball, some bad baseball. We're going to recap it all. We're going to talk Yanks. Let's do it. Let's talk Yanks.
Recaps galore and weekly awards. Stat lines, steaming hot takes. Your Yankees news with these two fine dudes. It's time for Talking Yanks. Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake. Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in, hanging out with us for a little bit as we recap the series that was. We hope you had a great weekend. My name's John Boy. I'm coming to you from New Jersey. Got Jake wearing a backwards hat, a Nike shirt. I'm glad you're out of your Rangers jersey. So how you doing, Jake?
James, hello. That was a New York Rangers jersey, by the way. I was looking fantastic this morning in it. I'm doing well, Jim. I'm doing well. I'm going to start with something really nice, and then I'm going to give us too strong of a compliment to kind of level everything out.
So you're going to go really nice, then you're going to go really, really nice, and that's going to level it out?
Well, the second part is just complimenting you and me. So the first part is, hey, how's everyone doing? It's fun weekend against the Indians. We had a nice Gardy moment. The Let Brett Bang shirt. You guys went nuts with it. Awesome. So thanks everyone that was doing that. And man, I was seeing a couple of the shirt orders coming in. So many familiar names, people that have been like with us since day one, and that's always awesome. So I just want to thank everyone. That was really cool. Now to over compliment ourselves, Jim, I want to give us a little pat on the back.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Everyone can go on their computer and podcast and read lips and tell you everything that's going on. This weekend, you left a suite mid-game. You like the bat signal went in the air.
Yeah, people aren't impressed with that. They're saying I was a bad fan.
Yeah, you're a bad fan. But you sprinted back for that for the people, even leaving your folks behind. I rewatched that whole game because I had missed some of it because I was like half trying to entertain my girlfriend for the first time in 4 months. And then today, setting up to podcast, it's a gorgeous day out. The pool is packed. It's like butt city out there. Everyone's got their butts out. The thong bikini has made such a strong comeback. So for everyone that, you want to be in that podcast grind, if you can walk past butts and leave a game early, then you're in it. So again, all that goodwill I wanted to build up by everyone that supported us. I wanted to take it right back by just saying I support you and I, James.
Wow. Jake coming with that thunder.
Thunder.
What's that? I thought you said it was nice out by you.
Dude, that was insane. You said thunder, and I thought I heard it.
Yeah. It's so hot in New Jersey. It's like going outside is torture, so I'm very happy to be sitting inside doing this.
Good.
It's too hot to play baseball on Sunday. That's why the Yankees lost.
Okay, there's a good spin.
Cleveland's so hot. What did Ichiro say about Cleveland in August? It's like 2 rats fucking in a sock or something like that?
I'd have to check the quote.
Isn't it? I think it's wool socks.
It's something around there.
I'm going to look it up because it's a really good quote. Someone asked Ichiro what he knows about. Oh, it was Kansas City, not Cleveland. They asked him. Bob Costas asked Ichiro what English phrases he knows, and Ichiro said August in Kansas City is hotter than 2 rats in a fucking wool sock.
That's
so someone taught Ichiro the good stuff.
And again, back on podcasting, sometimes we don't know what we're going to open with, but hope you like it.
We do know who brought everyone this episode, though.
How are you doing outside of the heat, Jim?
I'm tired, but I'm good.
Okay.
Off day tomorrow's fun. We're going to go to the city, do some things, look for some apartments, go on a ghost tour because Katie likes ghost tours.
Ooh, if someone sees John Boy in the city and you hit him with your car, he dies. So keep an eye out for that.
That's not true. I could get hit by a car and not die.
Oh, you could, but very doubtful.
Like the rearview mirror just hits my elbow as it drives by.
I think even if that happened, you'd be so like old man hurt that you just wait for another car to finish the job.
Could.
Who's bringing us this episode of talking? I think we're going to talk Yanks.
Let's talk Yanks. This episode is brought to you by Epi Sosa.
Epi Sosa.
Epi? It's got to be Epi. Martha Cassidy.
Thanks, Martha.
Cassidy Martha. No way. Both signed up on the same day. Euro Yank. Guessing
Sure.
that's a Yankee fan from Europe. Appreciate you. Jordan Nedlin. Alex.
Edlin.
You know Jordan?
No, that's just a really fun name. It's a fun rhythm. A lot of N's.
There's the other Jordan patron that you like as well.
I'm a fan of Jordan's.
Yeah, see, I think you are. Every time the name Jordan comes, you really like it.
There is a story. I'll save it for the end.
And you think they're all girls.
No.
Yeah.
Dude,
You draw
Jordan Ball,
pictures
who I
of-
interact
and you
with
draw
on Twitter a
pictures
lot.
of
He's a
them, and
guy.
you draw pictures of them.
Wow. Okay. It's Liveville, population John Boy. Alex
Alex
Ferraro.
Ferraro.
Thank you.
Yeah. Jacob Schultz.
Don't you think all the Alexes are girls and you draw pictures of them or something weird like that?
No. That's
Jacob
weird.
Schultz, we thank you. Anthony Yara?
Yara.
Yara.
From Finland.
Okay. Our Finnish.
Sean.
Strong.
I had a really important test with Katie, my girlfriend, for those that don't know. I asked her if we were to name our son Sean, how she would spell it.
Right.
And she said
That's a huge step in a relationship.
That's a huge test. And she said Sean, like this Sean who just signed up. And I was like, thank God.
That's close.
You drop anything besides Sean, and I'm like, holy smokes.
Let's offend at least one of our listeners. What's the worst way to spell Sean?
Well, Chone Figgins.
Nice, Jim. Great save.
So I think he's the only one that spells it like that. Chone.
That was a classic, like a dude just, you were too late to the game. Like, dude, you needed to get in front of the Sean Figgins early. Like, you couldn't, he waited like 5 years into his career and he's like, yeah, I know it looks like Chone, but it's pronounced Sean. And it's like, no, dude, you're way too late on that.
Yeah. Yeah. We have one more else. Stephen A. Sussman.
Stephen A. Sussman. I wonder, there's a Sussman I talk with. I wonder if they went Stephen A. just for the sports angle or if it is Stephen A. But who the hell are these people, Jim?
Who the hell put bouillon cubes in a shower head? Was it you? These are our most recent Patreon supporters, subscribers. We appreciate it. Go to patreon.com/talkingyanks. $2 a month helps us out a ton. We'll shout you out at the beginning of the show, as you heard. And you get a chance to win 2 jerseys each month. The August contest, one via contest, one via raffle. You also get live access, video access, and some other perks. You get early access to tickets to our event, which I think you have like one more day of that. So you get, if you're a Patreon, you get a discount and early access to the event, which is September 17th.
Couple more days. We did it middle of the week.
Oh, yeah, a couple more days. How about that? So sign up. Yeah. If you want to come to the event, it's 90 minutes of open bar, open food. Hang out with Jake and I and a bunch of other Talking Yanks listeners in the community. It was got rained out last time, but the 90 minutes of free food was a pretty nice time. Pretty nice.
Good time. So, good setup.
Good tickets as well. We'll promote it more as we go once it gets
We're
open
undefeated
to the
at the stadium.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Haven't won, haven't lost. So the contest for August... Contest alert. Listen up. If you go to Patreon, right? This is episode 321. Leave a comment. How many wins the Yankees will get on this West Coast trip, and how many runs they will score. And wins is the first one, and then the tiebreaker is runs scored. Winner gets a jersey. from affordablejerseys.com. No name on the back. Any player you want.
Boom.
How many games are there in this West Coast trip? Should we tell them that? Or we make
West
them look it up
Coast
themselves?
trip. Wow, make the people research. I guess we can look it up, right? Well, we start off in not Anaheim,
Oakland.
And we've got what? Three in Oakland, 3 in LA, 3 in Seattle. So if my math department over here is right, that's 9 games.
Yeah. I say that they win 6 of them and that they score. Oh, I'm so bad at math. I'm going to do my calculator to do some simple arithmetic. I'm going to say. Okay, hold on. I'm going to say they score 54 runs and they go 6-3.
Wow. Hell of a guess, Jen.
Thank you.
Anytime. So, yeah, again, Patreon. If you're on Patreon, you just have to guess at that. If you're closest, you get a jersey. So just do it, all right?
Jake, are you ready to burn? Oh, injury updates, dude. The injury updates, you know how we've been scared?
You just jumped on the train. You just jumped on, like, you're freaked out train.
No.
What train are you on?
Too excited. Antsy.
Oh, see.
Yeah,
I think I was on that train, and then I hit the freaked out train because I was excited.
I haven't been excited for Severino coming back for 1 second.
Yeah.
For 1 second this season. I've been basically telling myself I don't expect him back. Why would you expect him back? It's been setback after setback. I figured they were just going to shut him down until next year. And now I see him throwing pitches off the mound, and I'm antsy. They have like a schedule in place.
Yeah.
They have like this game and then 2 games here and then he's back. We haven't seen Sevy be a good pitcher in a calendar year. Like the last time when he was healthy, I don't know if he was healthy, but he's been bad. So there's still such a mixed bag. Like we have no idea what we're getting. But I'm so excited and it hit me today and I'm a little scared of how excited I am. But I'm antsy. Like I'm itching. It's like when you have a vacation coming up and it's just like out of sight, out of mind. And then like 2 weeks out, you're like, oh shit, it's 2 weeks away.
Right.
And then you spend those 2 weeks just like planning your packing list and like actually like Google imaging the places you want to go and just kind of like vicariously living through what your vacation's going to be like. That's what I'm doing with Severino right now.
And that's a great call because, Jim, in that vacation mode, like, you can't change your life. Like, you book a vacation 3 months out, like, your life doesn't change. The 2 weeks before the vacation, you're like, okay, you know, I got to get workouts in these days. Oh, I just got this assignment at work. I can push that back. I don't have to do that. You do get that, like, giddy feeling going. And you're right, man. And, like, the video, it's so funny that just, like, a video of him throwing full strength looks awesome, but it did. And, yeah, man, and I think the bigger thing is, you know, we don't know what version of Sevy we're going to get back, right? We think we're going to like it. And I think more importantly, Jim, we're going to like it more than Jay Happ. We're going to like it more than Chance Adams. We're going to like it more than Nestor Cortez. Those aren't shots fired at my guys. I mean, that's just a stone cold fact. So whatever dream world you currently have Sevy coming back in, some still have him as a bullpen weapon. Like he's just going to throw, 105 because we put him in the bullpen. I still think you just treat him as a starter/opener because why would you mess with that? And dude, the thing that got me all jazzed up today was David Cohn saying, he's like, yeah, and when they get Sevy back, basically the longer the Yanks stay in the playoffs, the better Sevy's going to be. And I was like, oh, dog. I like that.
Oh, I like that.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think I might be pulling up highlights tomorrow or someday. I haven't done that. Like, I haven't watched a Sevy highlight or a Sevy pitch in a long time.
I don't want to force this on you because I know you're a doer. But if you put together, like, I know you're in a little wonky mood. If you threw together a little bit of a Sevy highlight reel for tonight, I mean, you'd make Yankees Nation freak out.
It's too early, but...
Too early.
And I got too much to do. But yeah, I'm excited for Sevy. Betances threw a bullpen. He's one step behind Severino. He didn't face any live hitters. By live hitters, we meant Tyler Wade and the Yankees' assistant hitting coach. And Tyler Wade didn't get a hit, and the assistant hitting coach did. So go write your own jokes.
Here.
Tyler Wade struck out, and Marcus Thames was like laughing, like, whoa, he did like a, oh shit, to Sevy's pitches, and the assistant hitting coach, who's a big fan of us, PJ Pelletier, he was quoted in the ESPN article that was written about us. He got a hit off Sevy, and Tyler Wade didn't. I don't know. It's just really tough.
Jim, you just saw I went silent laugh. I'm just picturing, all right, Sevy's on the bump. Wader comes up, strikes out Wader, and Wade looks around at everyone, and everyone's looking at Sevy, and they're like, yo, I think Sevy's back. And then the assistant hitting coach comes up and lines one up the middle, and they're all like, oh, there might be another factor here that we're not addressing.
Dude, do you know PJ Pelletier's background?
No.
Okay, well, he's from California.
Okay.
Drafted by the Yankees in the 13th round out of Cal State Fullerton. And he was in the Yankees system from 22 to 29 and then aged out.
Yeah, that's got to be an interesting feeling. Like, hey, PJ, we really like you. We like you so much, we want you to think about being a coach.
You know who else went through that same exact thing? Buck Showalter.
Look at that. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, anyway. Betances, he's a little behind. Stanton is doing, like, baseball activities. Stanton basically isn't going to play until the last 2 weeks of September, if he even plays then. But they still plan on him being ready for October. Like, in his mind, he's pulling Schwarber from the 2016 Cubs. Like, not playing at all in the season, coming back for the postseason.
I mean, Stanton is if it happens, when it happens, it is a race to get at bats wherever he can.
So that's the opposite of what he said.
At that point, it's just going to be unfair to be like, oh, Giancarlo, I'm healthy for game 1 of the ALDS. Well, sorry, dude, we haven't seen you swing a bat, and guys like Mike Tauchman and Cameron Maybin are really good. So, like, I mean, give me some at-bats first, you know?
Yeah, so Jack Curry asked him about that, and he was like, well, you know, minor league stops, so that if you plan on playing in October, you would have to get the last 2 weeks of September in, like, the pros to get at-bats. And Stanton was like, oh, we're not locked into that. We think I can get at-bats elsewhere. So, like, the plan doesn't... It just, I have no idea. And I was thinking, what if Stanton comes back and like Tauchman's like not on like the ALDS roster and Stanton is?
Right.
If he strikes out in his first at bat, it's fucking mayhem for Yankee fans. Like he has to like what he would have to do to quell the people that hate Stanton would be, and he already does, but if he takes, it's a crazy situation.
Yeah. Let's not even. Let's focus on the good stuff. Sevy's twirling it. And you mentioned Dellen's a little bit behind. But, Jim, they're actually kind of on almost a very similar timeline because Dellen only has to work himself up to like 20 pitches. Sevy, they want to get him up to at least 50, 60, I think. So they're still on similar timelines, and there's good news there. Voit is starting a rehab assignment, and Stanton, it's like, well, we'll see you. If we see you when we see you.
Yep. And Edwin told Joe's McFly 3 weeks or something like that? I forget.
Something like that. Yeah. I feel like Edwin and Giancarlo are going to be a race to see who can get at bats.
Yeah. Voit coming back will be nice.
Jim, can I start with just one fun fact from our analytics department before we get into it?
Yep.
Katie Sharp, our favorite, always tweet at KT Sharp. Jim, I mean, she's been doing this semi-regularly, but the last 19 home series, Jim, we haven't lost.
It's pretty good.
I mean, it's going back to the beginning of April is when we lost a home series. It's almost September, and we're about to go on a road trip. The Yankees are going to have gone from mid-April to September without losing a home series. It's unbelievable.
I think it's good.
It's rough. God.
You want to burn game 1?
I'll burn game 1, Jim.
Okay, everyone's excited. Here we go. Game 1, Cleveland comes to town. They're a good team. Yanks are a good team. Let's see who will win. On your mark. Oh, wrong. On your mark. Get set. Burn!
Game 1, Adam Plutko is not a planet versus the opener, Sir Chadwick Green, as the Yankees start the first of 4 against the Windians. Bottom 1, Gio Urshela. Can't stop, won't stop. I get down, baby. Jim, let me jump to the 5th and the 6th real quick, because, oh, yes, indeedy. He loves facing Cleveland. Him and his friend Gary go Kid Cudi with a pair of solo dolos. And, Jim, this Urshela guy, another RBI single? Are we talking batting title? By the way, quick Glaber bomb in the 8th. Only issue, Yanks got rocked. Chad lit up. Loizaga same. Chance Adams, you already know. And Mikey Ford gets the business. But a nice applause from the fans, Jim, as the Yanks get rocked 19-5.
Not good. Not good, Jake. But don't care as well.
Don't care.
Because Chad Green, what do you have? 12 games, 12 scoreless starts in a row?
I think it was 9 or 10 opener starts in a row that it came out to 12.1 scoreless innings or something like that.
Okay. So we'll see what Chad does his next 2 or 3 to see if this is, a slump or just a blip. But Chad got roughed up, right?
Oh, yeah.
Brutal.
Oh, yeah.
But that doesn't change my opinion on Chad. That will happen.
Yeah, it was slightly unfortunate timing, especially kind of around Sevy Good News and around, the Yankees were getting ready. Like, I was all jazzed up for this series. I was like, this is going to be some of the best baseball we've seen this year. Cleveland's playing great. Yanks are playing great at the stadium. And, the opener is just a faux pas idea in a lot of baseball people's heads, even though it's been so good for the Yankees this year. The fact that Chad Bro didn't have it today was just a brutal look all around, because it was going to happen at some point. And, I mean, also Jose Ramirez is en fuego right now. Check out Talking Baseball. But, yeah, it was bad timing, and it was just bad. He got beat.
Yeah, then Lasagna comes back. He makes his return. And we were all a little too excited for him to come back. Like, I still think Lasagna can help, and he's better than Chance Adams and Sessa. But, like, he wasn't showing much earlier in the season before he got hurt, so we needed to kind of see that. He gets knocked around. Then you bring in Chance Adams. He's bad. He's bad. He's not a good pitcher, so he gets lit up.
That one curveball per inning, though.
Yeah, one good pitch per inning. You go, ooh, maybe.
Yeah.
Then Mike Ford gets the pitch.
Loizaga is really interesting, Jim, because you're right. Like, technically, baseball-wise, like, the dude hasn't shown us a ton, That being said, he has 3+ pitches that when they're thrown, like, right, look dirty. I think if you're looking for things to search for this remainder month and a half of the season, Johnny Lasagna is one of them. Because if he does figure it out in the next month and a half, he could be a big factor for this team. If he doesn't, he could not be on the team going into the playoffs.
I don't think he's yet. I would lean not on the team.
A couple dirty 2-inning, 3-inning performances, and that can change real quick. That's what I think he's got. I don't know if it's the most to gain, but he can gain a lot, man.
I mean, if Betances is back, I don't think there's any room.
Well, I think he could outdo Sessa. He could outdo Nestor.
Those guys aren't on either. I think you're thinking of having too many pitchers.
We'll have to do the playoff rosters one day, but I think you're underestimating the value if Johnny Lasagna can throw 2-3 shutout innings for us.
I know, but I'm just saying there's going to be 12 pitchers. There's not a lot of room when you have Chapman, Britton, Betances, Ottavino, Canely, Chad, Tanaka, Paxton, Herman, Cece, and then like Hap.
I'm just saying. I mean, if this opener stuff plays out,
Sevy. I didn't even say Sevy. So like, there's really not a lot of room.
I think he can. So I guess we'll differ on it. But I think if Johnny L's, and again, it's just because he has crazy stuff. If he figures it out, which I'm not banking on right now, but if he shows he could be a 2-3 inning like power weapon, like he's viable to be a follow up to the opener. Though we tried it in this game and it was ugly. So I don't know.
Yeah. In the end, I'd rather lose a game like this. Like I do not care that Chance Adams got roughed up. Don't care that Johnny Lasagna got roughed up. Don't care that Mike Ford got roughed up. It sucks that Chad Green got absolutely bombed, but he could come out tomorrow and throw like a nasty 1-2-3. And it's like, well, every reliever has a blip every now and then. That sucks. So it's almost better to lose like this. We have a lot of pitchers going right now that, in my mind, aren't on the playoff roster. So they're not going to tank us in the playoffs. So it's kind of a wasted worrying about like them.
Yeah, and I think it is kind of funny. I mean, when you look at the pitchers that were in today's losing game, Chad, we've already discussed that. It was just bad. Lasagna, we just did that thing. Chance Adams, not even close. Nestor, sorry, babe. Mike Ford. And then, I mean, in today's loss, it was Sabathia, Nestor, Sessa. So it is kind of funny when you look back at some of the box scores and you're like, yep, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yep. All right, let's get to game 2.
Maybe we'll jump to game 2.
Better box score. Box score, they say. On your mark. Get set. Burn.
Tanaka Tuesday on a Friday night in the Bronx as the Yanks needed a quality start from Massa in the worst way versus Aaron Savali. Oh, a Paisan from Connecticut. I'm pretty sure I took him yard back in the day, Jim. That's not true. I suck. The Yanks strike first in the first. It's a little baby octopus RBI single for Gary. Speaking of babies, baby Glaby RBI single. 2-0 Yanks, Jim, after one so huge after the massacre the night before. Jose, like a mini Manny Ramirez, gets tanked for the solo shot. 2-1 after 2. G to the I to the OURSHELA. RBI single for Gio. Yaya Puig clips tank for another solo job. But you know what? Don't care. I love it, Jim. 6.1, 2 earned runs from Tanaka to Canely to Britton to Chapman. Jim, Yanks win this one 3-2 final.
This was a good game. This was like a nice playoff game. Pitchers duel, good defense. There's a lot of nice defensive plays. The Yankees did have bases loaded, no outs at one point. Didn't get anything past. Tyler Clippard came in to like finish that, which was crazy. So that was like one frustrating part. But I love this game.
Year, Jim.
I know, it's great. Well, he was like good. It'll be like that one 2007 season is the like albatross. Like he's a good pitcher, just terrible for the Yankees. But there's so many things about this game that I liked. The first inning runs with 2 singles, and then it was 4 singles really to score 2 runs. Tanaka with another big start. Needed him to come around during this crazy stretch of 19 games in 17 days. And Tanaka put together 2 really good starts in the middle of it. And then the bullpen, Canely coming in to clean up Tanaka's mess with 2 strikeouts. Loved that. Britton comes in. The first batter reaches on an error that just goes right in and out of Mike Ford's glove. And I'm like, oh, fuck. 1-run game, an error for the leadoff batter. This could be bad. Nope. They bunt. They get out at home. They bunt. They get the out, then fly ball, then ground out. And then Chapman comes in, walk the leadoff batter, and you're thinking, oh, fuck, this ain't good. And then he just looks dominant the rest of the way. So I thought this was one of my favorite games of late.
And Jim, couple things there. You mentioned the ball that went off Ford's glove. It wasn't a fly ball to center. It was a shot to center that Gardy made an incredible play.
Yep.
So that not only did that save Britton's ass, but that saved Mike Ford's ass. And Chapman, man, I don't know if we'll be talking about him later. I tweeted it out and it got a lot of love, but it's crazy pitch to pitch the emotions that dude can bring out of me. His just first fastball you watch and you're like, okay, it's around there. It was like 97. Okay, Chapman. That first slider he throws, you're either going to go, oh my God, or you're going to be like, Chapman's dirty. You never know. It's Russian roulette. And then he walked that guy. Then he got like it wasn't a foul out. It was like a bloop to first. And when Chapman gets that first out, you're just like, all right.
Yeah.
Like, I've never had that with a pitcher. One out, and you're just like, okay, he'll be good now. So I don't really know what that is. He dialed it up, man. He hit 103 this weekend.
It's crazy.
And then he threw Kipnis a slider that you're just like, that's not fair. That's not fair.
I think I did the GIF of both of them together.
Yeah.
It's nuts. So if you're thinking like, okay, how's playoffs look? How's our pitching look for the playoffs, which everyone's worried about? And you compare the first game, the Indians got 24 hits of Chad Green, Jonathan Loaizaga, Chance Adams, Nestor Cortez, and Mike Ford.
Yeah.
That isn't really indicative of the playoffs. Okay, well, what about Masahiro Tanaka, Canely, Britton, Chapman? They're going to be getting innings in playoffs, right? Well, the Indians got 4 hits off of those 4 guys.
And through most of that game, it was just Jose Ramirez with 2 hits. Jim, and I think something else you were saying or you were dancing around a little bit. Man, and I know we don't want to feed the beast too much on it, and it's actually been pretty quiet this year, but this wasn't a crazy strikeout game. The Yankees pitchers had 6 strikeouts. The Cleveland pitchers had 5 strikeouts. But guess what? There was some great pitching in this game. It's not always strikeout or die. There was some nice defensive plays. But, Tank wasn't giving up a lot of hard contact at all. This was just like a really good baseball game.
Yeah. Yep. I liked it. I liked it a lot. And Jake had the theory. You let them blow you out game 1, then you win a close one. And let them know, this is who we really are, though.
Yeah, and it's a dagger to them. They think they killed you game 1. You come back game 2, beat them by 1 run. And it's, series is tied. Sorry, guys. Jim, only other thing that's really jumping out to me about this game was the Puig throw from right field to home that just nailed Maben.
We also had 4 fly balls to Puig with a runner on third that we couldn't tag up.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Yeah, that bases loaded rally.
You and I are big Puig fans, but him just standing there like a statue, he was not he baited Nevin and Maben to a T.
Yeah, and man, watching him try to rope base runners, again, this is you and me, and we're obviously huge baseball guys. You could see nothing or you could see everything when you watch a baseball game. The little things Puig was trying to do to bait base runners to taking an extra base was hilarious. There was a couple of times that he was jogging with the ball, like an inbounds in basketball when they don't want the clock to start, just to see if he could get the runner to bite on it, because he will throw you out.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. He's fun. He's fun. I think that's all. We liked when Tanaka got pulled. We like going to Britton. We like going to Chapman, right?
Yeah, we kind of, I guess we've undersold it to this point. Just huge start by Tanaka. It's back-to-back starts. After the blowout, it was huge. Clean first inning where the Yankees got on the board. That's just what the doctor ordered.
Yep. Let's move on to Game 3.
Game 3.
On your mark. Get set. Burn.
Zach, I'm not my Uncle Dan Plesac for Believeland versus James Paxton, who the Yanks started calling false start because there's going to be runs early. The Axeman, Carlos Santana, 2-run double in the first, 2-0 Windians. But good news, James, Yanks would score the next 4. Talk Daddy and La Machina with a pair of RBI singles. Then the Yankees pulled one out of my ESPN The Body Issue photo shot. Belly to belly as Didi and Glaber to the moon. Yanks show the fortitude to make the score fortitude. But just like that just like the Battle of Little Bighorn, the Indians rally behind Puig RBI single. They're locked at fourth. DJ 26 with another platinum hit. Solo job to break the tie. Then the Venezuelan Victor, Gracias de Caracas, Gleyber Torres, his second on the day. Indians would score on a pass ball, but a big double play by Zach Britton. Paxton to the four horsemen, Vino, Canely, Britton, Chapman. Yanks win 6-5 final.
Whoa. Well, this is like your second Little Bighorn shout out on Talking Yanks.
Yeah.
You gave the General Custer Award a while back.
Well, those are totally separate, but yes.
Well, that's what he's famous for.
Right.
Next week, you're going to give the Sitting Bull Award.
No, it's tough, man. I Googled battles that Indians won, and I'm terrible with Google searches, so it didn't work out well. But I don't know. I landed somewhere.
Wow, you Googled battles that Indians won.
I wasn't proud of it, man. I thought there'd be a better way to go about it, but I don't know.
They technically won Little Bighorn.
Right, that's what I thought. They killed like the 700 guys or something, right?
They killed like 300. There was 700 in Custer's crew. But they were facing like 3,000.
Right, it was a numbers game, sure.
Yeah. Yes.
Check out Last from the Past.
Yeah. Custer had a terrible strategy, just to let everyone know.
Same.
Yeah. I was at this game. I was at parts of this game.
You were at a part of this game.
I got there late because we had to do the pregame show and then like traffic leaving the island on Saturday. So I got to miss Paxton's first half of the inning.
Right. Smart.
It's great. It's fantastic. I still haven't seen it, but I saw the Santana pitch.
Yeah.
No, there's some pitches that they didn't like, right? You left out all the ejections in your burn.
Yeah, man, you can't really work those into a burn, and we're about to talk about them.
Wow. I think you can work them in. I got faith in you.
I mean, you can, but it takes away from it, Jim, please.
Anyway, I was at this game. It was fun. The Didi home run was, I think, like awesome. Then Gleyber going back to back. That's a big moment. Stadium gets going for back to back home runs. Isn't that wild? They really.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the Yanks should do that more.
This is creepy, but I was sitting right next to James Paxton's wife.
Right. Well, it doesn't have to be creepy.
Well, I didn't say hi. So if she was like,
right,
someone was like, he said he was sitting next to you, she'd be like, I didn't know that.
Right.
But I was in the suite next to her. We were pretty close. She was locked in. I couldn't help but like peek over, like, what's her reaction?
Right.
When he gave up some runs in the fifth. Dude, we were close to normal Paxton. 2 runs in the first, then clean slate, but it fell apart.
And dude, it's even closer than that, Jim, because he got 2 outs. And then the Indians, and man, I hope it's this sounds kind of rude because the Yankees weren't going to treat this like a playoff game. But Jim, if you're coming up to that Indians top of the lineup, you have to treat it like last year's Red Sox. I mean, Lindor and Ramirez, man, that Mercado kid is a problem. And Carlos Santana's having the best year of his career. I mean, if you're facing that Indians top of the lineup for the 3rd time, I don't care if your starting pitcher's cruising. You got to have someone ready. Because, I mean, those guys are bad dudes that can get you in trouble quick. And that's exactly what happened. He got Plawecki and Allen out. He got the first 2 outs of the inning. Lindor doubles. He walks Mercado. Santana singles. Puig singles. So, I mean, just like that, you were 2 outs. You were cruising. And then, boom, tied game at 4s.
That Santana single, too, is what got everyone riled up because he's got him 0-2. He's 1 strike away. They want to go high fastball. They get it. It's a high pitch. Santana does the jump back, which Boone was like, you fell for that?
Right.
When he was arguing. But that's strike 3 right there. Instead, it goes for a ball. Then he gives up the hit right after that, which scores 2 runs. Not good. The good thing is DJ, the very next inning, with 2 outs, hits a home run.
Yeah.
His
he doesn't
second
care.
2-out RBI that game.
He's so good.
You're running. I'm running out of ways to treat it, so now I just kind of treat it like, God damn, he's good.
So I didn't put it together. Did you read the Hoke thing? Why his nickname is the Big Fundy?
No, I didn't read it.
So Brian Hoke, friend of the program, he did
Like
a little
Hoke.
article that's like MLB.com. He did all the Players Weekend nicknames just in case you missed it. So the Big Fundy is short for the Big Fundamental, which is
Oh.
awesome.
Wait, let me think. Let me soak that up. That's fantastic.
It's
so
really
much.
good.
It's so much better than what I thought it was.
Right. We kind of thought they were mocking him for not being fun, right?
Yeah, that it was like, when you call the fat guy Lil Pete,
Right.
like Big Fundy, like he's a big fun guy.
Right.
Big Fundamentals. I really like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, might have to fire up this T-shirt machine. Dude, and then there was another thing. I forget if it was just Coney talking about it on the broadcast. I think it was just Coney. I don't think the players got involved. But they basically said, because DJ LeMahieu played an incredible first base on Sunday, they basically said it's Little League rules with LeMahieu. Like, put him anywhere, and he's the best guy on the field. And that's insane, because that doesn't happen at Major League Baseball.
Yeah, never happened for you.
Dude, it did not happen for me. I can't emphasize it enough.
Where can we put Jake? Can we put Jake anywhere? Oh, absolutely not.
I mean, I'll tell you what. We can dig up the old draft transcripts from my Little League, because Poppy Gordo was your number one pick.
In your town of 400 people?
In my small town, yeah.
Like the smallest town.
It's not 400. Get out of here.
How many kids were in your middle school grade or like Little League?
Okay, so now we're doing 12-year-old kids playing baseball? Sorry.
So like
Only
honestly,
play who's on the schedule, man.
so you were the number one pick out of the probably like 50 kids in your age group.
Yeah. Dude, I'll fucking take that all day.
Okay.
Sorry you weren't.
I was in a much bigger town in Lake Zurich.
Yeah, okay. I would have been first in that town. Take your excuses.
No, you would never
Oh,
cut
yeah.
it. You would never cut it.
Player.
Illinois is a different animal. You got way too much character for Illinois.
East
They'd
Coast
run-
bias, bruh.
They'd run you out of there.
I would have been Puig.
You woulda.
I would have been Puig.
Yeah. They're eating their unseasoned steaks and you come in dancing all hugging moms and stuff. They'd be like, get out of here.
Yeah, I'd probably get kicked out of the league.
My mom loved it when we moved back to the East Coast and my friends would come in and like hug her.
Right.
Like you would.
Sure.
Like in California and Illinois, it's like, hi. Oh, in Illinois, it's like, hi, Mrs. O'Brien, like very serious. In California, it's, hi, Susan. And they didn't like that.
No.
Isn't that weird? All my friends just called, like that's what they do. They call people by their first name. Like my dad hated it.
Right.
All my high school friends, hey, Chris. I was like, oh my God.
No.
Don't call my dad that. Jesus Christ.
No.
I barely call him dad. Come on. No,
Yeah.
that's not true. My dad's
No, that's not true.
Dad's very fun. But anyway, okay. So the Big Fundy, we like that. You suck
We
at
like
Little
that.
League, we like that.
Okay.
Chapman was good again.
Chapman's awesome, man.
Can you tell me about the big double play to end the eighth? I was on the Parkway listening to Sterling.
I can, James. So let me get in there to make sure I have all my facts right. But Zach Britton comes into the game, as he does in the eighth inning. Leadoff double to Puig, of course. J-Ram, Jose Ramirez, he hits a single, because of course he does. So, and then Jim. So we've got first and third going on. Wild pitch. Not good. So the double play is now gone. We don't have an out in the inning, a run scored. It's now 6-5, runner on second. We get our guy, Franmil Reyes. He grounds out to the shortstop. Then we walk Kipnis, which we weren't too excited about, but you're telling yourself in your head, like, okay, if we walk Kipnis, it's not the worst thing. Infield was in for Kipnis too. So, I mean, if he puts anything in play, I mean, you're playing roulette a little bit, right? I mean, if it's at the right spot, it's just through and that's a run. So they walk him, corners in, shortstop, second base at double play depth. Britton gets the ground ball. LeMahieu makes a casually great play on it. Double play, huge, and you're out of it just like that.
They asked DJ after the game, what did he like more, his home run or RBIs or whatever, or the double play, and he said, probably the double play. The double play was my favorite.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Thanks, David John.
The big fundamental.
That's good.
Should just be the big fundamental instead of big fundy, because people don't know what that means.
No. That's why Brian Hoke wrote that awesome article, Jen.
Thanks, Brian Hoke.
Thanks, Brian.
So yeah, do we talk about the ejections now, or do we save them? Are there going to be some awards?
No, we're there. We're there.
My absolute nightmare.
Right.
I ditched my parents. Me and Luke were there with my parents.
Intern.
He's
got a title.
He told me to stop saying that because he's like, I do more than just intern. And I was like, well, you kind of do. So all right, whatever.
Yeah, he does, but
I don't know what to call him now. Coworker Luke.
Hot boy Luke.
Doing a lot of good stuff for the company, Luke. He'll probably like that one.
Cool hand Luke.
Yeah. Well, anyway, the ejections are happening, and like it's crazy, and I'm dying on the inside because the articles had just come out. So
right.
I felt like I had all these new followers that like, oh, I just followed this guy because this is what he does. And then I am not able to do it. So Luke is like the keeper of my socials. Right. So Luke, I wasn't going to go home. I was just going to be like, fuck, it's going to be late. And Luke turns and he's like, we got to go home, Jim. He's like, we got to beat traffic. We got to get home so you can do this right away. And I was like, whoa, really?
Whoa.
He's like, yeah. And I was like, I guess so, yeah, because I'm like dying inside.
Right.
And then my mom and dad were just like, bye. They wanted to stay. So we just ditched them.
Your parents walked home from Yankee Stadium to New Jersey. That's what they told me.
That is what they told you.
That is what they told me.
I have no proof that they did or didn't.
So again, that pat on the ass I gave ourselves at the beginning of the show. Ask yourselves, would you leave a suite at Yankee Stadium in the middle of a great game along with your parents to go chop up video?
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Video's pretty good, though. So I didn't even see the ejection until I got home.
Right.
I didn't want to watch anything on the car ride home. Because then I would have been more upset because I would have thought about it and be like, damn, I got to get this out. So I just drove home. So like a 2-hour drive for those that don't know. Can't wait to live in the city. The ejection's crazy, man. Crazy. They were 100% looking to eject people. Like, so they went into the umps went into this game with there's no leash.
Right.
But it seems like they didn't tell the Yankees that.
And that's right. Like if you decide you want to do that, you kind of have to tell the teams because otherwise that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. And Jim, the bigger thing is, the term rabbit ears gets thrown around with umpires. What are you listening to? Are you looking, et cetera, et cetera? And Jim, I feel like I have a little bit of leash with umpires with rabbit ears because guess what? If you've got 25 guys or you've got 3 guys yelling at you, you know what? I'd turn my head and look. And I'd give them a look like, hey, I heard you. You can't just scream at me for 9 innings. What just happened over there? You're super excited.
Dude, Homegrown, the Yankees show is on in the background. I got to make this into a GIF for you. Young Prince, Tyro Estrada, his handshake with number 2 on the Rail Riders is just a lot of it's sexual. A lot of hip gyrations. It's like Puig, you're going to love this.
He's my son.
It's pretty good. Yeah, I got to pause that so I can record it, make a GIF for you. So anyway, go back to the ejections.
I thank you. So yeah, I'm okay with having brief rabbit ears because if you've got grown adults yelling cuss words and stuff at you, I would look over and I'd give them a head nod or something, and then you get back in the game. Jimmy, we had the pitcher ready to throw. We had the hitter ready to hit, and the umpire is just staring into the Yankees dugout. And it's as unacceptable as it gets. You've got baseball players ready to play the game, and you're not looking. That's not acceptable.
And today on the fourth game, they showed a shot that they didn't have yesterday, which they did. I actually reached out to my dude in the truck.
Ready?
Yeah, I was like, "Hey, did you show this shot? Because I can't find it." He was like, "No, we didn't show that." I was like, "Okay, thanks." But they showed a shot of what Boone said, and all he was saying was "That's low," or you know what I mean? He just said a one line.
Right.
So you can see Voit say, "Wow, that was fast." It's yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Then Boone does his thing where he's honestly talking to him, you had that up, blah 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 blah. He even's I understand some are a little bit off the plate, but when we're not getting them and they are, we're gonna be mad. You have to understand that. So I like that. And then Gardner takes his bat so casual. So Gardner's getting a lot of hate. He's definitely the most hated Yankee. We've tried to explain that to some people who don't know it. He's definitely the most hated Yankee by other teams. The bat thing, he says it's his way of firing up the guys. That's lie, Gardy.
Right.
It's your way of being as obnoxious as possible. I think it's funny. A lot of people think he's being childish. I think he's doing it in a funny way. I get a kick out of it, I should say.
I get both sides. If you're an outsider and you're watching Brett Gardner, who in this case being 35-year-old hurts him because people are like, wait, that dude's 35 battering the top of the dugout. I think you and I, and we probably have a little bias on this, but looking for a creative way, because the umpires know when they hear that bat hit the roof of the dugout, they know that's a shot fired at them. And it's a creative way to almost talk shit to the umps while not. Unfortunately, the umpires are onto that, and they just tossed him. Just quick hook. 2 silent hooks this year for Gardy. Impressive.
Yeah, so they definitely had a meeting. If he bangs that bat, it's a warning, then he's out. The home plate umpire gave him a warning, just pointed at him. And then Cuzzy ran over, dude. Why would Cuzzy run over to eject him?
That was pathetic.
Yeah, and then this is why, and it's that's not in the rule book. So put it in the rule book, and then I won't do it. Now it's the rallying cry. They asked Judge if it's going to be the thumbs down for this year, and Judge was pretty tepid because when you vocalize those things, it's lame as hell. You don't want to announce that. Yes, this is our new rallying cry. But Judge was basically yeah, I think we're going to do that.
Yeah.
Did you see Gardy did it to his roll call?
Yeah, that was great. That was fantastic.
I like it.
Do you think the 4s are done? Do you think it's all Gardy bat now?
Judge was mixing it up. He went 4s into boom, boom, boom.
Okay, it's a double.
I didn't like thumbs down. Is that a known thing?
I think that was known last year. It hasn't been talked a while.
2 years ago in 2017.
Yeah.
I like when teams have a thing.
Right.
Finger guns were my favorite thing. And then thumbs down stopped finger guns in 2017. And I thought thumbs down was...
Yeah. I was all right with thumbs down. I get it. The guy behind it, that was the biggest thing that sucked, to be honest. But
you need a thing. Teams need a thing. So
you need a thing. CC gets tossed, not even technically on the roster yet. Good stuff.
Good stuff all around. All right, we're running so late. 4-game set. Let's do game 4, and then we'll get into awards.
Yeah, we're running good. That fight, though, but it needed to be discussed, Jim.
Game 4. Can the Yankees get the series win before they head to the West? On your mark, get set, burn.
Handsome Mike Sunshine Clevenger versus CC Sabathia as the big man makes his return from the injured list. Not a great day for Carson Charles after the backbreaking Mike Freeman, insert Snoop Dogg saying who gift. 6-0 Indians after 6. LeBahieu, he keeps the non-shutout streak alive with a 2-run gibber. Whatever, it's a punt day. Or is it? A rally forming in the 9th? Too much to overcome. Yanks split with Cleveland before heading on a big left coast trip, Jim.
I was pretty upset with this. I said it on the pregame show. A win... A loss doesn't kill It's not like bad. Like we're not in negative town. I'm not upset. But a win would have skyrocketed the momentum because we were a balloon getting filled up with the ejection, with the new rallying cry, with winning 2 close games, with all our good pitching. If we could have won this last game, I think we'd be cloud 9 right now. Like, good team came, we passed the test, we didn't even use all our best players, and I was so excited for that. And then in the pregame show, you and I were like, wait, who's available out of the pen? And they're like, ah, shit, this isn't going to be fun. Because our bad pen right now is bad.
Bad pen right now is currently bad. And Jim, I'm on the opposite side of this from you. I actually think, again, they came back and they salvaged this series after getting blown out. It would have been nice. It's always nice to get a win, but it's not going to be a sad plane ride. Like the plane ride to the West Coast isn't going to be sad, Jim. I think it's going to be a focused West Coast plane ride now, which I like. I think this loss gets them like, all right, guys, we just split at home to Cleveland. That's not great. Let's go out and kick butt on this West Coast trip.
I don't think it's a sad plane ride at all. I just think it could have been fantastic.
Yeah, now I'm all in on the focused plane ride. Focused.
I think they're all wearing the same shirt on the plane, so that's good.
Focused.
What do you got on this game? CC comes back. He looked clean for 1 inning and then looked terrible, but he had some bad defense behind him. The home run's a home run. And then in the 3rd inning, he comes out and he looked pretty good. It's a bad outing, don't get me wrong. But there were some signs of good and some signs of bad luck and some signs of straight bad. First game back, facing a pretty dynamite lineup first game back. So does he line up to pitch in Oakland? He doesn't, right?
He does not.
That's a very good thing. I'm not. We'll see with CC. But again, Sabathia, Nestor, and Sessa, 3 pitchers that probably aren't getting big time innings in the playoffs. So how much can we really be upset about them?
Yeah, I was listening to Sterling for a little bit today, and he was talking about, I mean, there's a good chance that CC becomes like if you need a big lefty to get out, whether it's Yordan Alvarez or whoever it may be. It'll be interesting to see. CC, and I don't know, maybe this is rude, maybe it's not, but he's definitely more like a symbol on this team than what he's going to be bringing to the field for us.
I still think he's got a couple good starts left in him.
I mean, it'd be nice to get a nice September out of him, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, his game log's looking ugly.
Yeah.
His July was rather bad. Yikes, that made me sad.
Sorry.
Well, all right. Still not playoffs. And then offensively, Clevenger, dude, he kind of scares me because that slider is exactly the kind of slider that our dudes do not handle.
Yeah.
And he can throw it in that he throws that low and away, nasty slider. So it worked.
Yeah. I mean, the only win is it took him 104 pitches to get through 5 innings. So, I mean, if you face him again, I think you almost dial up the same formula and you say, hey, if we can get a little action, cool. And they had a couple at bats with 2 outs where if something – I mean, there was some bad luck early in this. I mean, Gary just missed a double by a couple inches. Talkman was just testing Puig's range for the fun of it, and Puig passed the test.
Oh, there was a lot. Oh, mic down. There's a lot of hard hit outs.
Yeah, so I mean, this game could have looked a lot differently. I think you walk away and you say, we have a formula for Clevenger. It's not perfect, but he's really good. And, you're going to work the count. If you get a couple clutch hits, that could change it. I mean, the Yankees were a couple clutch hits from this for not having Mike Clevenger go 5 innings. So I don't know. It's not a total loss. If a couple balls fall differently, I think this could have been much more of a game. That being said, I don't think the Yankees would have played it much differently. I think you're still going Nestor to Sessa because of the bullpen usage. But, I mean, it is what it is. They went down. They split with the Indians, and after the first game, I think most Yankee fans would have taken a split.
Yeah, after the first game, definitely. But then after the next two, I wanted that win. I wanted the win. And that's okay, Jake. I'm allowed to want that.
You're allowed to want it.
All right. Moving on.
Moving on to awards.
The first award we do here on Talking Yanks is
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Yeah.
Pride of the Yankees, Jake.
Pride.
You get to go first. Are you excited?
I am excited, Jim. I'm thinking about... God, I've got a little something crazy up my sleeve. No, I'll save it for awards. Jim, my pride of the Yankees is DJ LeMahieu. We talked about it with the big Fundy talk. He sends a yard job today to keep our non-shutout streak going, Jim, which I've decided I'm all in on. I know you and I were doing the kind of float around on it because it doesn't really matter. I'm all in on it. I need it in the World Series DVD. I've decided. So we need to ride that out. So he keeps that going. And Jim, like we said, man, and dude, second base, third base, first base. I bet Homie could play a little short if you really asked him to. LeMahieu's incredible. He doesn't stop, Jim. He doesn't stop. He's hitting .339 with a .386 on base percentage. He's going to drive in 100 runs this year. He's already set his personal home runs in a season record. And I think right now he's fourth in the American League in WAR. What is it good for? And again, I think sometimes in awards we get caught up looking for like, wow, look, Romine. Are you kidding me? No. DJ LeMahieu, unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Yeah, it's a good award. I mean, the Big Fundy. Big Fundamental.
Big Fundy.
Big Fundy. Okay.
Who's your pride of the Yankees, James?
Jake, let me type yours into our sheet here before I forget.
Okay.
And it is... Who was it? I already forgot. It's DJ LeMahieu. My pride of the Yankees, and I'm sorry about it. I don't want to upset anyone.
Okay.
It's Masahiro Tanaka.
It's a good pick. Thought about it.
Because only pitcher, only starter, out of the two. He got it done, but it's 2 in a row. And I said after the really good outing versus Toronto, like, if he shows me he can do that, then I'm all in on playoff Tanaka. As long as it's still in his repertoire somewhere, I'm all in. And now he does it against Cleveland after the blowout. I'm all in, man. I'm like back in love with Tanaka. Not that I was ever out, but I was like, it was secret love. Now I'm pouring it out into the world again.
Did you just say you and Masahiro Tanaka had secret love?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. I'm here for it.
Oh, man. Tanaka's last 2 starts are pretty good now.
Yeah.
Do you know Tanaka's ERA is going to piss me off forever because those 2 games.
Sure.
Like those 2 games, I hate ERA, are so bad.
Do you want me to chop up his stats later?
If you just knock those down to like something normal, but like that 12 earned runs.
Right.
He's got a 12
hurts.
earned runs in 3 innings and a 6 earned runs in .2, and those 2 games ruin his ERA.
Right.
Because other than that, he's been pretty good. And started 25 games. So I'm saying in 23, if you just do 23 games, the ERA of those are good. Whatever. I'm not going to get over it. I promise you I won't get over it. It bugs me. ERA is a dumb stat. But last 2, Jake, have been good. Okay?
And Jim, by the way, quick reminder for everyone, Masahiro Tanaka, 30 career playoff innings to the tune of a 1.5 ERA. And Jim, you're right. As long as he looks okay the rest of the way, even okay. You should believe in postseason Tanaka. Ask a Red Sox fan that you're friends with. I know I had a couple of our Red Sox buddies tell me like, oh, we don't want to see Tanaka on the bump, man. Like that's not the dude you want to see out there because he's just a big game pitcher. And it's kind of funny, man, how quickly it comes together. We'll see what Paxton can do the rest of the way. We'll see Mingo's pitch limit, and we'll see how healthy Sevy can get. But Tanaka, Mingo, Sevy, Paxton, you're starting to get options for this team that wasn't even – our pitching's terrible.
Speaking of terrible, who is your –
You Yankee motherfucker.
Woo. Woo. You Yankee MFer. God, this could get ugly. This could get so ugly. Oh, my God. I might have to cop out, Jim. I think I'm going to cop out. I am going to go with Nestor Cortez Jr.
Wow, I thought okay. That leaves me
Jim,
an easy one.
Nestor Cortez, man, as I think you tweeted it and you used better words than I'm probably about to. He smoked and mirrors us for a while. And by the way, Nestor looked a lot better because he was actually paired with Chad Green a lot of the time, who did great for the first two innings of the game. The Nestor show has worn off a little bit. And, yeah, I mean, it was fun, and now it's kind of just wash your hands of it.
Yeah. I mean, we did it with Katie Sharp on Sharp Stats. Like, his underlying stats are bad, and his stats are bad. And, I mean, in his last, and this doesn't even count today, he's got a 4.20 ERA, 7 earned runs in his last 9 games, and they're pretty spread out, and he only pitches 3 innings at a time or less. So, it's not good.
It's just that we knew it when it was happening. We were just nervous to say it because it was fun, but we knew it wasn't sustainable. And that's clearly where we're at. So, Nestor. Who's yours, Jim?
Well, I'll go Chad Green. I thought you were going to take him when you said you were going to do a cop-out.
Oh, wow.
Because I think he set a terrible tone. But like I said, he can come out tomorrow and throw like a 1-2-3 inning, and I'm like, okay, cool. That didn't matter. But
right.
When we're talking about this series, that was the most devastating part. Because if Chad has a good 1-2-3, then, momentum's different. And then we use, hopefully Chance Adams doesn't see any action.
Yeah.
Because once Chance Adams came in, we're done. I guess Lasagna was bad too. But, yeah. Bad start. We were all geared up for the 4-game set, and then the first game's a total stinker. And Chad's outing's a total stinker. So, easy motherfucker for me. Still love you, Chad.
Easy MFer.
Regular old awards? What you got?
I think it's time for regular old awards, Jim. And my first award is the Righteous Path Award.
Okay.
The Righteous Path Award. Jim, you know who it's going to?
Aaron Judge, because he finally was pulling the ball.
It is not. It is going to Tommy Tight Pants, Tommy Canley.
Wow.
And Jimmy.
He found God?
There's moments in this baseball season that I think are more memorable than others. Really cool sentence, Jake. Shut up. Tommy Canley comes in, game 2 of this series. Tanaka's just twirled a gem. Canley comes in, middle of the inning, strikes out both hitters he faces. And in that dominant Canley fashion. And Jim, I just think of it this way, and think about how we view bullpen guys. If the Indians got to Canley and we do end up facing them in a playoff series, people would point to that. And they'd be like, oh, remember that game Canley came in and, Ramirez got him? We're not. He came in, he struck out both batters, and then he came in the following game as well, and he did his job. And, Jim, I just think, again, think about how comfortable we've gotten saying just the 4 horsemen this year, and hopefully Dellin joins them. But again, Canely was lost last year, and he's having an incredible season. And I mean, I don't want to put you on the spot, Jim, but Ottavino, Canely, Britton, if you had to, I know matchups are obviously a huge factor, but I think Canely might be my highest confidence factor just because, I mean, when that changeup was right, it's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. No, dude, the changeup's so cool. It's one of my favorite pitches.
It doesn't look real. Like, I think he struck out Franmil, and Franmil just looked at him like, cool.
Cool pitch, man.
That was cool to watch. I didn't even mind striking out there.
Tommy Canely is awesome.
And, dude, when Brian Hoke's book comes out in 10 years from now, how many crazy Canely stories are there going to be on there?
Yeah, CC was telling one the other day. And he just, like,
On
yells randomly.
Yeah, he just yells randomly. And then Talkman on R2C2 said he could hear Canely yelling from the bullpen.
Well, do you remember that was the game when it was Canely's birthday, and he was like,
Right.
all like, I don't think he was liquored up, but he was just like,
There's a rumor Canely was drinking on his birthday.
is there actually a rumor, or are we just making that joke?
It's our rumor, so.
Oh, okay. Remember they showed a shot of him, like he was hanging out in the dugout, then they showed a shot of Canely walking in the dugout, just like chilling, saying hi to everyone. It was definitely that night. He's like, suck, man.
Just screaming.
It's pretty funny.
I think it was in Camden Yards. Mike Talkman could hear him while he was hitting from the bullpen, like 460 feet away.
Yeah. It's a loud guy.
That's energy. That's that Nick Swisher energy.
My award is the Andrew Jackson Award.
Ooh, big history day today. I love it. Andrew Jackson was our 22nd president, and he was also a hell of a defensive right fielder. So it goes to Aaron Judge.
Oh, he was the 7th president of the United States. 22nd to what?
That's all around it. That's all around
it. Andrew Jackson is not liked by the Native American community, Jake. Some casinos will not even accept $20 bills.
Yeah.
Andrew Jackson instituted the Trail of Tears. Heard of it?
All the casinos take my $20 bills. How about that?
Yeah, did you ever go to any Indian casinos?
All of them, dude, yeah. Mohegan, Foxwoods?
Those aren't real Indian casinos. Those are...
Wow! Whoa!
They aren't. Dummy. Anyway, Andrew Jackson, mean to the Indians.
Right.
Didi Gregorius,
Yes.
mean to the Indians. In his last
So mean.
10 games against the Cleveland Indians, he has 11 hits and 5 home runs. He got 5 home runs in his last 10 games started versus the Indians.
He owns Kluber too. I know he's not in the mold for them yet, in the fold for them yet, but
Oh, he just had, I think Kluber's out. He just started an inning, threw a couple pitches, didn't break 90, and then walked off and never came back. And I had heard...
Oh, John and Susan were just talking about him coming back.
Yeah, because he was supposed to make a rehab start today, and it went very poorly. And I had heard... I have an inside source into that clubhouse, and I have heard that like Kluber was looking very bad at every stage of his rehab.
Okay.
He left after the first inning. But yeah, Didi does kill Kluber.
Yeah. Kills the Indians.
Kills the Indians. He had a good series. He had a 500 batting average. I mean, on base percentage. I think he only played 2 of the games, though, right?
He did sit one. James Smythe. I think we could say he's a friend of the program. He does a lot of the stats for Yes Network. He had some really good stuff on DD. Let's see if I could find it quick enough, or if I just keep talking and something will happen. Okay, DD's first 31 games, 252, 276, a 73 runs created, WRC Plus, if you're into that kind of thing. Measures overall production and adjusts to the ballparks. Basically, for the first 100 games, Didi was compared to Desi Relaford or Duffy Dyer, for all you fans out there. For the past 21 games, he's been Lindor / Paul O'Neill level. So Didi's starting to get it going. And the Indians help.
Yeah. Go Didi. What's your next award? Better be a good one.
Oh, don't put that evil on me, man.
I mean, just like people are talking and they want a good one.
People are talking.
Talking about people. Jake's award better be good.
Jimmy. My second award is the Swedish Fish Award. Hey!
Swedish Fish Award. Okay, so if you guys don't know Jake's personal history with Swedish fish, he is not allowed to have them around him because he will consume all of them in a scary amount of time. He's not able to walk away from Swedish fish. They are his kryptonite. Sometimes he leaves them in his pockets. And then he washes his pants. They get stuck inside the pocket. He cuts the pocket off of the Swedish fish and still eats the remnants. Jake, who are you trying to keep yourself away from?
Jim, as you've mentioned, I can't be around Swedish fish because I'll eat them all. There's no limit on it. It's kind of like, is it fish that you can't, if you overfeed them, they'll just die?
I think it's
humans, fish, dogs. Right, but like fish literally can't stop eating. Like that's me around Swedish fish.
My nephew Ike can't stop eating.
Okay, he's a baby. Jim, speaking of babies, Gleyber Torres. He had another multi-homer day. When he has one, he just can't stop. He has to get another. Youngest player in Major League history to record 7 multi-home run games in a season. Jim, it's unbelievable. And it was we ended up needing that run big time. He went with the clear glasses this weekend. That was something I think he'll look back at and laugh a little bit. I don't know, man. I'm so excited. Oh, yeah. He's being a kid, having fun.
Can't imagine putting something on my face that's not prescription.
Oh, dude. That's because you're a glasses guy. Non-glasses people, they love putting glasses on for a little bit.
I guess so. I hate glasses.
It's kind of like somebody else's baby. Like when you have a friend come over with a baby and you play with them and you have fun, you're like, okay, this is fun. But then the baby leaves. That's kind of people that don't need glasses. Yeah, these are fun for a little bit.
It's just an accessory.
Yeah.
Not a necessity.
But yeah.
That's the difference.
Gleyber Torres, at this point, I'm just waiting for Gleyber to play some more games so I can evenly compare his year over year. Because with 10 games to play, he already has 5 more homers than he had last year. His batting average is up 13 points. His on base is up 8. His OPS is up 50+ points. I love Gleyber, and hey, multi-homer games are pretty cool.
You love Gleyber so much that it's bad for you?
No, when he has one home run, he can't stop. He has to have another.
Oh, I get it.
You got it.
I get it.
What's your final award? Final award of the show, too, so it's got to be good.
Okay, fine. Award.
What was that again?
It's the okay, fine award. It goes to Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge gave in. He gave in to the crowd. He was trying to pull balls every at-bat, it felt like.
Yeah.
And he did pull a couple successfully. In the 9th inning of Game 4, he roped that ball.
Yeah.
And he had a couple others. Are people a little happier now?
A little bit. They still need to see the ball land in the stands.
He had a 308 average, 357 on base percentage in the 4 games. He had 4 hits in the 4 games, 1 RBI. Yeah, the home runs were going to be nice, but this was definitely a big step up from the rock bottom that was the Baltimore.
Yeah, and you hope it,
I mean, and
you know,
that's an 0 for 5 in game 1 of this series, which was rock bottom. Then he
Right.
comes out and goes 2 for 3 with the walk, and then 1 for 4 with an RBI, and then 1 for 5 or 2 for 5. So 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5, 3 plus 5. Pretty good. Take out the rock bottom game, the next 3. 3 good games, 3 decent games in a row.
okay, not a math pod. Yeah, I mentioned it on the pregame show. Paul O'Neill said it, like, he's just putting together good at bats, and that's how you get it back on track as a hitter. Don't be worried about the results. Be worried about good at bats. He was spat on a couple good pitches. He was hitting the ball. And yeah, man, I know we normally don't delve too much into the upcoming trip, but you know, if you want to do good on a West Coast trip, especially when you're facing 2 really good teams, you wonder what are going to be the themes of the trip or what can help carry you. And man, if that big dude could get it going, that would be huge.
Well, he's going home. Going home
Yeah?
to the Northern California. He said he's excited to get that sweet Cali air.
Mm,
It's dry heat.
it's a dry heat out there.
Yeah, it's dry heat. Makes my throat dry whenever I go back.
It's like 2 rats in a sock doing it
In Kansas City,
in Kansas City.
which is a big time pastime in Kansas City. So, there's that.
That's that, everyone.
Don't even fret. So, how excited are you for Sevy to come back?
Let's not. Let's, instead of doing that, Jim, why don't last call for voicemails?
Yeah, we'll be doing.
If you're hearing this, it could be too late. We're doing a midday tomorrow.
Doing them early because I'm taking advantage of the off day and then the late night game. Damn, West Coast trip. West Coast trip's fun because everyone on Twitter and like that's doing live stuff is like a little zany. You feel like you're
Yeah.
all in this together. Like, all right, this is fucking wild. We'll all just be weird together.
Know what it is? It's a crazy community, and there's like no punishment. Like, you know, like there's gonna be people writing it out, and then someone will be at 1 a.m. like, "Yo, guys, like I'm supposed to wake up at 4 tomorrow. Like I gotta go," and you're like, "All right, we'll let you go on this one." It's just West Coast trips, man. By the end of it, we're gonna be shot. So excited for that.
You think the Yankees are going to have problems with the like? This is probably the biggest sports radio topic that we didn't really address because we don't care. Do you think the Yankees are going to have problem with crews moving forward?
Ooh, interesting. I'll say this. I'd be fine with it slowing down just because I don't want that to be a thing in the playoffs. That would suck.
Yeah, I do think sometimes teams have brawls and that galvanizes a team.
Right.
Yankees are pretty galvanized over all this stuff. Like the
Absolutely.
Savages has become their nickname and their moniker and their rallying cry. And now the banging of the roof is going to be like another rallying cry. Those are 2 ejection things. Like good has come out of this.
They've kind of created. It's not easy for a top-notch winning team to create an us against the world environment, and using the umps, they've kind of done that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty cool. Go everyone buy a Let Brett Bang shirt.
Let Brett bang, baby.
Let Brett Bang, baby. All
Leave
right.
a review, maybe. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Jake's ride is here, so he's got to go. We will be back with you tomorrow for the voicemail episode. If you want to call in, 908-845-5792. Go Yanks. Tell 'em, Grams.
Go Yankees!
I don't have that soundboard yet.
It's all right.
I got a soundboard. Nice.
You said my ride was here.
Yeah, Jess walked behind you.
I saw someone walk behind me.
I'm 60% positive it was Jess.
I'm almost
51.
100. It's not. Just want to
51.
go out there.
51.
That's like a half dangerous place to walk.
They stopped and like looked in. There was
Oh, yeah. There's been a bunch of people looking at me.
Oh, wow. So special.
No. Window.
Oh, wow.
Know what it is, Jim?
Look
There's
at
no
that Jake in the window.
there's no middle area. If you come into this area, you're forced to look in the window. Like, I don't know. So basically you can't walk from straight up, so you can't kind of like see what's going on.
Show me the rest
you
of the place.
have
You never show me the whole room. Oh, so it's a big table.
It's a long table, yeah.
How come you choose that seat?
The outlets are near here.
Oh, nice. I thought you wanted to give me the window view.
I mean, and a little bit.
I think I'd naturally choose the head of the table looking out that window. To your right.
That would be crazy weird. There'd be a lot of eye contact.
Yeah, but I'm all about hiding my screen. I don't want people seeing your face.
Right, but you also don't want to see people. I've got both right now.
No, I'm a big. I don't want anyone ever to be behind my back. Like someone could pop through that window and strangle you out right now.
Yeah, that'll happen a lot.
You never know. Nicholas Medina
I know.
says, "How do you feel about us having the best record in the MLB right now? Feel good?
I am pro that.
You're
If
a
that
fan?
makes sense. Yes.
Pretty happy with it.
I'm not mad about it.
Don't tell Yankees fans that though.
Who?
We don't have any. We suck. Sasha gave up 5 runs. Yeah, we should have traded for pitching. I know I'm not good at math, but your math doesn't add up. People that say that. Jake,
Come on.
whenever you say this isn't a math podcast,
Right.
I think about like a math podcast and what they would be saying and the people that would listen to like a math podcast, and it gives me I get a kick out of that thought process.
I mean, they're out there.
Just like, okay, guys, today's equation. And they walk through an equation.
This is going to be a real treat for you guys today.
Yeah. Okay, you guys remember that equation we couldn't solve from April? Well, we had a bunch of you reach out, and with your help, we have cracked it. Let's get into it.
All the episodes are labeled just episode number blank dot, like crazy decimal points. Today's episode is square roots on steroids.
Okay, and you guys know that next week is Pi Week, so we will be having 5 episodes instead of the usual 1.
Bunch of, so much pie.
Nick says he wants to hear the two of us on R2C2. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Be fun.
I don't think they're interested in that.
Maybe not.
We'll see.
We should talk to Rook soon.
I reached out to him. I told you
Nice.
that, right?
Right. Did he respond?
Yeah, he's on vacation right now.
Right.
I just said thank you. And he was like, I said we should link up in September
Right.
to get him on the show, and he said he'd love to.
You're...
Then he sent me a picture of your dick.
Yeah. Yeah, I've just been peppering him with those. Which one did he send you?
Chopped up.
Hey, Ruka, this is what my dick would look like chopped up.
Yeah.
What?
Took me 5 hours to Photoshop this, so just can you please appreciate it? What are you looking at?
Getting back into my phone. Didn't look at it like it all that up.
Dude, my hair's getting long. See how long my hair's getting?
Yeah, I need a haircut soon.
I know, man. Popped on the pregame show looking like Richard Simmons after a workout this morning.
You're welcome.
I got a kick out of it.
No, we were making content here.
All right. Well, I got to edit this. And then I got to prep for talking baseball tomorrow.
Yeah, that'll be good.
You going to go outside and hang out at that butt fest?
No, like it's probably if you're a regular person, you're winding down from Sunday Pool Fest, or like whoever's out there right now is probably Sunday Fun Day, and I don't want to do that. I'm also probably going to do like a 40 minute Talking Knicks thing from our emptied episode, so I'll send that over to you.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Yeah, I mean, it'll just be solo. Lay some stuff out there. We kind of got to think about how/what we want to do with that. But
Yeah. Yep. All right, patrons. We'll see you later. Goodbye.